And now, your Pickle Gals.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Pickle Gals podcast. This is season 2, episode 4 already. So Rachel and I were talking just before we kicked this off, and we wanted to make sure we took a second to say, if you are coming back, thank you so very much. We really appreciate all of the people that have been following us for the last year or even just season 2. And also wanted to certainly welcome everyone who is joining us for perhaps the first time or second time. And remind you that we have an entire season 1 out there. It's just Rachel and I, so you can get to know us. And then this season, we always are entertaining a guest, which has been a lot of fun so far. Today will be no exception. So as a reminder, we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, and we are on Apple Podcasts. So please check us out. Love for you to hit subscribe. Love for you to send us any information about any other topics or people you might want to hear from. And we'll see what we can do to get them on. Bribery is not beneath us, so we can do that. But without further ado, my name is Krishan Spackman.
And I'm Rachel Roney.
And together we are the Pickle Guys. So, hey, today we are going to take you on a trip that you will not want to miss. So without further ado, we are going to bring our guest in. So
Hi,
we
guys.
want to welcome Gina Carell. She's presently, I think, are you still in California right now?
San Diego right now, yes.
San Diego, but she has recently returned there from one of my favorite places on the planet, Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you tell us, why are you in Costa Rica sometimes and not sometimes?
Because we lived there full time we've been down there working for about 20 years, and we lived there full time for about 10, and now we go back and forth because we're in the tourism business in Costa Rica.
And what kind of tourism are you into?
We're into a lot of tourism. We're into eco-adventure parks, property management, but something that I think is going to be near and dear to your heart is we operate Costa Rica pickleball retreats. So if you want an amazing getaway full of fun, adventure, and fantastic pickleball, you need to come on down and visit us.
That's amazing. And I want to hear more about this in terms of how all this really came about, because as we know, pickleball kind of exploded a few years ago. Sounds like you've been there for a while. So tell us about the evolution of all this.
The evolution of the pickleball retreats?
Yeah.
So when we first moved to Costa Rica, we were in residential development, and we built a beautiful development where a lot of expats come down and build their homes, and also locals. And inside of that development, there is a wellness center, fitness and spa. We had tennis courts at the time. Again, this is like 19 years ago. And through the evolution of pickleball, and I've become very addicted to it, like anybody that plays the game. In the last 4 years, we started creating retreats. We used to host investors, and we used to host tennis retreats, and now we have just added pickleball to the mix. And it's a 5-day, 4-night adventure where you come down and you play a lot of pickleball with a certified pickleball professional that also plays on the circuit. And we have all kinds of people that come. The retreats are wonderful in that they're small. So you have between 8 and 13 people at most, and then you have a pro, and then I also have one of my local pros. So the instruction is very, very one-on-one and very good. And so we play in the mornings, then we go out and we do tours. We do things like hike to waterfalls. We go out on a catamaran. We visit an eco-adventure park. So you get to learn the culture of Costa Rica. You get to play on beautiful lit courts with monkeys and toucans and birds flying overhead. So a really, really fun trip.
So do you have to watch? Is there much lobbing then? I mean, is everybody worried about lobbing? And hit the,
We do.
hit the
Depending on who you're
toucan?
playing. You can get lost in the lob, right? Especially if the parrots are flying over.
Oh yeah, hit a parrot, hit a monkey. Oh crap!
We actually have had iguanas come across the court. We're like, oh my gosh, he's beautiful. Don't hit him.
That's awesome. You definitely can't get that everywhere. That's for
No,
sure.
no.
Absolutely not.
I'm curious, for folks that haven't been to Costa Rica, I love Costa Rica too. There is just a vibe when you get there,
Mhm.
and it's an amazing culture. Everything about it, I absolutely love too. But where are you guys in Costa Rica? how do you get there? I know it's become easier to get in and out of Costa Rica. We see the rise of expats living there. So tell us a little
Absolutely.
more about that. Yeah.
So we're located in the Pacific Northwest of the country. It's called Guanacaste. The actual town is Playas del Coco, and it's about 35 minutes from the Liberia International Airport, which is also
Nice.
attractive. If you fly into the southern part of the country, you fly into San Jose, which is a very busy city with 3 million people, very much like Mexico City. And sometimes if you're an expat or you don't speak the language, driving in that area is a little challenging. But up in our area, you literally, you get out, you get on the 2-lane highway and you cruise right on down to the beach, which is, we're located, Playas del Coco is on the beach in the Pacific Northwest part of the country.
And now, one of the things that I think we've talked about before, your location's also unique too. So there's a couple of places you can do trips over in that region, let's say, but it's on property that's shared with other properties and other groups, et cetera. But yours is a bit unique in that sense, right?
Ours is private. It's a private residential development. I mean, the only thing you have in there is homeowners. You do have club members, but they're locals that live in the area, both expats as well as Costa Ricans. So the courts, as I said, we have 12 lighted pickleball courts, and they're open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. And it's just us. So if we have, a group of 13 down, we have 3 or 4 courts going at once. We have full access. We play. It's private. There's not 25,000 other people playing with us.
Right.
So it's a lot of fun on that aspect. And then the other thing is that we play 2 to 3 hours in the morning, depending on my coaches, depending on what they want to teach you and what the group. Some groups come down and they want pickleball, but then they really want to do a lot of cultural playing in Costa Rica afterwards. But we also have open play in the afternoons. And my real diehards half the time are like, can we skip the tours and just keep playing? And so you can customize the trip. But the premise is there's a lot of people that want to go on vacation, but they don't want to miss their pickleball. They want to play 2, 3, 4 times a day or a week. And this particular retreat offers the ability to get your pickleball in and learn, because the instruction is phenomenal, as well as you get to go on tours with somebody that knows the area very well, takes great care of you. You literally don't have to think. You just come on in and play.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love the small aspect of it too. I know some retreats are really large, and having kind of that more intimate environment, and particularly in Costa Rica where you can do so many different things. I think it's just a cool concept to have it be small, customizable, because if you have a smaller group, you want everybody to get a cool experience out of it.
Right. And Rachel, you bring up a good point. I have people that call me that find me either on social media or the referrals, and they're like, gosh, there's only 2 of us. Can we still come? Well, the way it's set up is it's hosted in a luxury vacation rental villa. It's 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms. There's 6 private king suites, and there's also a singles room where you have adult-sized bunk beds. And there's only 3 or 4, so you don't have a lot of people in there. So every couple or anybody that wants to share a room with somebody can come down and have a private king suite, ensuite with their own private bathroom, and then they share a big house. And there's all of the surrounding areas are family style, so you get to be in the pool with everybody. You get to be in the grounds, in the living room, everything. It's like an 8,000 square foot home, so it's beautiful. So you can come just yourself. I've had people that just come down, especially gals traveling alone. You can come as a couple. You can come with girlfriends, or you can even come as a group. I've had people call me and we do privates. And what I mean by privates is just only their group of 10 or 12 come down. We select a date. I find one of the wonderful pros, like I'm doing with Krishan. She's actually coming down to play two different camps she's teaching, and I'm super excited. And then we have the retreat. So you have a lot of options as to how you want to form your retreat.
And then one of my favorite parts, because I like food, is you also offer everybody participating a private chef. Is that right?
Yeah. There's a one price, and it's all inclusive, so you don't even think about it. The accommodations, all your in-country transportation, all your food, all of your tours, all of your instruction, everything is included. So it's kind of like a no-brainer. You get there and you just do your thing. You don't have to constantly take out your wallet and worry about what is this going to cost. It's all inclusive. So that's also very nice. And our on-site staff cooks for us. They do all your laundry, they clean, they take care of things like, hey, I need a Band-Aid. I mean, anything you need, you're very well taken care of.
I need a blister.
Yeah. I have a blister.
I need gloves to pick up the toucan that I lobbed and knocked out the tree.
No,
well, let me ask you this. So that's awesome. It sounds like, well, first of all, I'll echo the same sentiment. One of the reasons that it was a no-brainer for me to say, let's do this, let's partner up, is also because of that ratio. So I think we're going to have a max of 12, but that's myself with 1 to 2 of your local coaches.
Correct.
And so I think, how cool is that to have that mix of coaching and support between the locals and myself. And then in the open play that you mentioned, the locals will join. We can join in with the locals. Yeah. Locals can join in with us as well, right? And play.
And that's a great point because it's a lot of fun. And I said this when you and I discussed this before. It's one thing, you know how you all have your group and you play the same and you just all know each other so well. And then you go play with a whole different group and all of a sudden you're at a level of a 2.5 or 3. I mean, you drop down. It's like, wait a minute, how did this happen? It's really fun to play with different people, to learn from different coaches, to even in our camp, when we go back down and play open play, as Krishan was alluding to, in the afternoons, there's other locals on the courts and we all mix in and we play and you get to know people. And I have a lot of people, I have this isn't bragging, it's the truth, a very high return rate, like up to 75, 80% of the people that come again. Wow. And then they hook up with my local people when they come down and they all play together. And it's like, remember me? I have to go down and ask if I can play with them. So it creates a nice networking group and a nice place to go on vacation. Then I have people that come on the retreats that also call back later and say, I want to do everything you just did without the pickleball instruction. Just my whole family wants to go on a retreat. Like, okay, we can help you with that as well because it's just so beautiful there. It's obviously I'm drinking my own Kool-Aid, but it is a beautiful spot.
That is easy to do there. It's again, you just feel relaxed as soon as you kind of the wheels hit the ground, it seems like. And something when we were talking before, I really wanted to point out, because this is something I think is really, when you're looking for a retreat, I look for that smallness and the quality, but over that, and because you're going to another country, is a lot of people want to feel like they're not just on a vacation by themselves. They want to feel like they kind of get to know people, know the culture. Maybe they're supporting something beyond just their trip. So you do something really cool and support the local community through these initiatives that I wanted to talk about.
Much of the proceeds go to helping the schools in Costa Rica. Schooling and education is very important in Costa Rica. All schools are public. I mean, they do have a couple of private schools, but for the most part, they're public. And we take a lot of proceeds and we help donate. We give them air conditioning. So one of the recent schools that I work with, we built an outdoor open air cafeteria for them. So all the kids, it's not, the weather's amazing there, but it does rain and in the afternoons. And so they have an open air now cafeteria where they do all kinds of things. They eat every day, but they also put on shows and things like that. And the proceeds from the pickleball retreat went to that. We also sponsor children. The public schools are free, but they have to provide, people that go to school have to provide their own school supplies. Everybody has to wear a uniform. And in a house where there's 5 children, that can become cost prohibitive. So we do what they call becas, or scholarships. And the proceeds go to helping these kids get a full education. And the good thing, or not so good thing, is that once you start that, you can't stop, right? You got to take them all the way through graduating. So I'm going to
go to high school, college, grad school. I'm going to go get my PhD.
That's what they do. It's changing lives. So that's important.
I think it's incredible. And before I get to my next question, again, a great topic of conversation and reflection in my mind is your point about when you play with your groups. I mean, I know everybody's comfortable and everybody, WhatsApp now everybody's got like 20 WhatsApp groups.
They do.
But it is humbling, to say the least, sometimes gut wrenching to get out of that. And even if you're a rec player and you go to a different state and you play in the park, it's going to be different. You come on this retreat, it's going to be different. If you're a tournament player, people say, oh, I did so well, Now I go into a tournament, even if it's a charitable tournament, a true competitive tournament, to win money or medals. All of a sudden, yeah, they come back and they're like, I don't know what happened.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it's like, well, I can kind of tell you, do you play with the same people every day? Well, 2 groups.
Right,
How
18
long?
of
For a
them.
year?
Yeah.
I'm like,
For 4
well,
years.
there you
yes.
go. There you
Yeah,
go.
it's
So
really fun.
that's it's part of the journey, right? But the other thing I didn't want to overlook, and I want to make sure everybody heard as well, is because I don't think this is true with all retreats, but talk to us a little bit about the playing levels that you support and have come to these retreats.
So we typically, the majority of the retreats are usually between 3.0 and 4.0. We do have, we're giving an advanced retreat in January where everybody's 4.0 and higher. And the nice thing about that is if you're in that, let's say 2.8 or 3 up to 4.3 level, really, this isn't I have to see your duper rating. We're taking your word for it, and that's important. But that's also interesting because I have people that come from, I'm just going to throw these out there. Don't take it personally if you're on the line. Somebody in Tennessee and they say they're a 4.0 and they play with somebody, let's say from Texas at a 4.0 and they mean different things in different states. And so that's also why you might go somewhere else and get clobbered, or you might go somewhere else and be queen for the day on the pickleball court, because even nationwide, the numbers are different. So what we do is we always have multiple levels at our camps, unless it's a specified advanced camp or a specified beginner camp. And we have everybody plays with everybody. And sometimes people are like, I don't want to play down. Well, you know what? That's really good for you. It's a good time for you to learn how to perfect something you haven't quite perfected. It's also work on your dinks, work on your backhand, but we also have people play with each other that are we put people in their like groups. And then we also, especially in open play, have everybody play with everybody. So you really get a lot of pickleball with a lot of different perspectives. You become a better partner from playing up and down. So I am just so excited because I think you guys, you coaches, when you can walk around a court and see, 3 courts going with 12 people and assess them differently and plug them in where they need to be, rather than us trying to assess ourselves, because, let's face it, most of us think we play better than we do. Those of you out there that aren't Krishan and Rachel. And it's really nice to have somebody really take a look at us and go, you might be a 3.8 here, but you can work on this, this, and this, and then you will be a true 4.0. That to me is worth all the money in China.
And I don't want to jump. Yeah, I want to just real quick. I don't want to jump too far down the rabbit hole with ratings, but I do just want to take a moment to say, for the most part, if just to our listeners, we've talked ratings last season, but in short, other than if you're a tournament player and you're worried about getting partners because you don't have a partner, you may care about your rating, or the people that are maybe partnering up with you care about your rating. If you otherwise, it's really for nationals. And again, that's tournament players, which is only like 20% of the entire population that really goes hard at tournaments. I don't know the exact number, but by and large, just what I see on a day-to-day basis, and Rachel too probably is coaching. And by and large, 80% of the community is out doing it for the root reasons that it got so popular. And that's the social aspect. You get some exercise, you get to laugh and have fun. So in terms of the whole rating thing, just remember that unless you're going to going to nationals or perhaps some tournaments where you don't have partners already, those are the only 2 times that rating matters.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they're doing some duper leagues now, so okay, throw that in there too. The point is, for the majority of people and for the majority of things they're going to do, the rating doesn't even matter. So I just say that because if you come in feeling like you're 4.0 and you get there and you're feeling like I'm 3.5 or I'm 4.2, at the end of the day, did you feel good about your play?
Did you learn?
Did you learn? Did you execute something different or better? Right? Did you incorporate something new? And when you say play down, that's what got me fired up a little bit because.
Sorry.
It's so true though. I mean, there are people who get to a certain rating or level and, they just keep looking forward and not remembering where they came from. Right.
Well, I think that's the point is this it was a game that evolved into a sport, and we didn't talk about dupers 4 years ago. It wasn't a thing, right? So I've been doing, even just in my own coaching, a bit more of that mixing and doing things that are more social to remind people, because that's why I started playing. I already did the
Absolutely.
athletic stuff. Like,
And it's actually really fun.
Yeah, it's way more fun. So I think it helps remind people too of why we started doing this and not get so sucked into kind of the competitive nature that it can be.
Now we'll say, take pickleball to Costa Rica and you won't have any problem remembering that it's for social
We'll be so
and
relaxed.
fun and laughs and a good time.
Yep.
We'll be too
And you'll
relaxed
make
to
lots
care
of
about a
friends.
duper.
Yeah, you'll be
I
making lots
mean,
of friends.
It's so beautiful. So yeah, I just wanted you to mention that about the ratings, because I know there a lot of retreats are in that 2540, 35, but for anyone listening that has a group or yourself that is above 40 plus, 45, 425 plus, I just want to make sure that everybody heard that you do offer that opportunity.
Absolutely.
And so by all means, jump on that. If you've got a group, I know you do at that level. You all have a WhatsApp group out there.
Yeah. We're dying to play with.
Right, exactly. So that would be a great opportunity for them to come out to Costa Rica and bring that higher level group and see what it's all about. So it's just a great place to go. And like you said, so convenient, so close to the airport there.
It's really convenient. And then there's a lot of nonstop, if you're listening to this from the US, there's a ton of nonstop flights directly into Liberia, Costa Rica, Chicago, Newark, New York City, straight out of Houston, Minneapolis, of all things. On the West Coast, LAX, San Diego, you can fly San Diego, Houston down. I mean, it's really easy to get there, easier to get there half time than Hawaii, and prettier and less expensive. So,
yeah. And you're in kind of the northern part too, which there is a rainy season, we know, in Costa Rica, but I think you mentioned last time it's much drier. You get more months of the drier weather, which is also
we run the retreats primarily, not exclusively, but primarily from November to March, because that is the dry season, and you are lucky to see rain. I mean, it's unusual if we see rain after November. So that provides, and if you do, it's a light, warm rain in the afternoon, and it's not heavy. But if you look at from May to November, it rains more. But in the Pacific Northwest, in Guanacaste, that rain is about a quarter of what the rest of the country receives. So that's also very nice. It's also less humid. It's warm, but it's less humid. It's like a dry heat, like Arizona. So the weather is just beautiful, and especially the November through March deadlines. Plus, a lot of the country wants to get out of the U.S. and Canada. We have a lot of Canadian groups that time of year because it's chilly. January, February. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So I know we don't have a lot of time left, but I just wanted to plug our camp. So we have 2 weeks set up. The first with like the 3rd through the 5th and the 5th through the 9th, I believe. Something, right? And first week is sold out, so that's a goner. But we do have we are marketing this week too. So the March 5th through the 9th.
Definitely come.
Yeah, check it out. I'd love to have you. Love to see you. I've been to Costa Rica, just like Rachel was mentioning, several times, specifically to the Guanacaste region, because it's just absolutely my favorite area. There's a ton to do, and you're connected, so well connected with some really neat excursions that not everybody has.
Right.
So that'll be fantastic.
And if you want to learn more, either reach out directly to Krishan or Rachel, or you can find us on Costa Rica Pickleball Retreats on Facebook, or Costa Rica _Pickleball on Instagram, Costa Rica _PB on Instagram. And one of the things that people are probably thinking about is, okay, this thing is 4 days, 5 nights, or 5 nights, 4 days. What if I want to stay longer? A lot of my people that come visit, they tag me and say, hey, DM me, I'd like to stay a little bit longer. What are my options? You can go from the beach up to the rainforest, which is spectacular. It's only a couple hour drive. You can go all the way to the Caribbean side. You can hang out in multiple beaches in the area. There's a lot. You can go see the turtles hatching. There's a lot to do that you can just add on and make an amazing vacation. on
Yeah, I
top
think
of
it should be at least 10 days.
I totally
Right?
agree. Yeah, if you can get away that long, that is ideal. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, definitely to get it all in. You won't want to leave, and you'll definitely want to extend. I mean, there's
Yeah. Yeah.
no doubt about
We
it.
had one retreat where their flight home was canceled. Everybody cheered. I was like, okay.
I love it. I love it. Well, hey, once again, so glad that you could take some time out. I know you're super busy with all these retreats and going back from Costa Rica to San Diego and all of that fun stuff. I cannot wait. March cannot get here fast enough for
Me
me.
either. Me either.
So I'm super excited. And as Gina mentioned, you're feel free to reach out to the Pickle Gals. You can reach out to me directly at coach@pbislife.com. PB as in pickleball, not peanut butter. And I can get you the information. I can put you in touch with other folks like Gina to help get us all set up. And there's a few spots remaining, so jump on this today. Jump on it quick. It will be gone. But hey, I'm like I said, super excited. Can't wait to see all the people that come out and join us. And I'm sure that they will end up being one of the 80% that come back as well.
I'm pretty
So,
confident on that. Yeah. Thank you so much, gals, for having me on today. This has been a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
absolutely. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, Pickle Gal fans, court is adjourned.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Pickle Gals. Enjoy a few pictures from the Costa Rica pickleball retreats. Can't wait to see you there.